What's up, guys? We're back at it with chapter 190 of Jujutsu Kaisen, and I know I've been gone for like 2 weeks, and I've only been doing chapter reviews for like a month now or so, but I will be getting back to more regular content, more Jujutsu Kaisen content past just the chapter reviews after today. I will be getting back to more regular stuff, but today we're here for the chapter, so let's get into it. We're starting off with Chibi Panda. Yeah, Panda is in Chibi form now, which can only mean one thing. The sales of Chibi Panda plushies is gonna go through the roof. Especially when it gets animated, sales are going to skyrocket. But outside of the, panda plushies, actually in the chapter, Chibi Panda stumbles upon a hand that belongs to Hikari, so bum bum bum, it doesn't look good. He survives. We pretty much all know this. Anyway, Hikari is not the first one we see after this. Of course, that would ruin the tension. The first one we see get out of the water is Kashimo, and he's sitting there thinking, well, I'm out of cursed energy, but at least that guy's... And this is when Hikari pops up to punch him in the face one more time. Just, hey, how's it going? Yeah, of course. Here we are. They both survived. I didn't think either of these guys were going to die in this fight. Kashimo, it doesn't really make a lot of sense to bring this super strong guy from the past into the present, talking all about Sukuna. Sukuna, where's Sukuna? I want to fight Sukuna. Are you Sukuna? Is he Sukuna? Where's Sukuna? And then to have him fight Hikari and die. That seems kind of like a waste. So Kashimo wasn't going to die, and then we have Hikari, somebody who's been hyped up through the majority of the series, and we're just now starting to get some of Hikari, and then he dies fighting Kashimo in his first, big fight. Also kind of seems like a waste. So yeah, both of them survived, and to get the whole explanation of what exactly happened here at the end, well, Kashimo went to explode by unleashing all of his cursed energy. Of course, it was all getting sucked out by the water that was stated previously, like he couldn't turn it off. But you have to imagine he could lessen the amount going out. He could try his best to hold it in, or he could just let it all out. So that's what he did. He let all of the cursed energy out, and we had also stated that his cursed energy with the properties of electricity was starting to heat up the water. So this really, really hot water is basically going to create a steam explosion, or at least that's how we explain it. So yeah, he unleashed all of his electric cursed energy and made a steam explosion with the superheated water. Now, the reason he went up and grabbed the reason he went up and grabbed Hikari's arm is because he wanted to make sure that even if Hikari survived the explosion, he wouldn't be able to create the hand sign to do his domain expansion again. This was not a bad idea, but Hikari, having like a 530 KIQ like Toto was talking about, goes, oh, he wants my arm? Fine, I'll sacrifice it myself to increase my protection across the rest of my body in order to survive the explosion. So yeah, as Kashimo kind of put it, he made an impromptu binding vow to sacrifice his arm to strengthen the protection on the rest of his body, allowing him to survive, get out of the water, and punch Kashimo in the face because Kashimo is now out of cursed energy. But when Kashimo tells him to just go ahead and kill him, he says no. One, of course, he needs the points. The 100 points that Kashimo has. This is what everybody's doing right now, fighting people, not killing them, trying to get their points. We've been over this a few times. So he says no, but he also sits down and goes, I don't think I really won that fight, dude. You didn't use your curse technique at all. Kashimo remarks that this is because he can only use it one time. So if he can only use it once, he wants to use it against Sukuna. So, in the same way that Hikari kind of got into the Culling Game, making a deal with Yuji and Megami, he now makes a deal with Kashimo to get Kashimo on their side. I mean, he's pretty much on their side. It's just kind of weird because he wants to fight Sukuna, but Sukuna is kind of like attached to Yuji, and Yuji's our friend. But yeah, if I had to take a guess, Hikari's probably betting on the fact that they're gonna have to fight Sukuna sooner or later. Like, if they're gonna want to try and exercise Sukuna, and whether they want to hopefully save Yuji in the process or not, Kashimo is probably going to be useful in the fighting against Sukuna part. I guess that's kind of where we're going. That's where I would logically go with it. I mean, Yuji has been killed before and brought back, so who's to say they can't kill Sukuna and immediately bring Yuji back? I don't know. Things are all possible. Really weird stuff happens. So at this point, Hikari leaves Panda with Kashimo and says he has something to go do real quick. And this is when we have the text bubble for a Kogane popping up saying a player has made a new rule. Rule 10, players can transfer points amongst themselves however they want. This was the rule made by Higuruma back when he was fighting with Yuji. What I think this is, and what I think Akutami is doing right now, is telling all of us that all of these things have been happening at the same time. This isn't like chronological order of the first thing to happen in the Culling Games was Yuji versus Higuruma, then after that concluded, the Megami fight started, then after that concluded. Yeah, that's how we read it, but in time, in real time, these fights are taking place in different parts of the Culling Games at the same time. So right around the time that Hikari got done with his fight against Kashimo was around the same time Yuji got done with his fight against Higuruma, and then Higuruma made Rule 10. I'm guessing that, or it was just Akutami reminding people that this rule exists, because it's, I don't know, either way. That's the way I'm taking it, but doesn't really matter. Either way, that rule's already been around in our knowledge, and yeah, it's just coming into effect again. I guess this can also be him telling us that Kashimo gave Hikari his points using Rule 10, but why wouldn't it just say Kashimo gave Hikari his 100 points, or Hikari has? Either way, doesn't matter. Hikari goes over to have a pointless little conversation with Charles. I still really don't care. I don't care about Charles at all. If you like Charles, great. He is like the bottom, not even registering on my radar. I do not care about Charles. However, Nishimaya Momo pops up. Not that I necessarily care about Momo, but she starts going over the rules that we're wanting to implement. One of them being the rule that allows us to communicate in between the colonies. She says this isn't necessary anymore because Maki is a straight up monster, and she is just booking it through colonies, because she can enter and exit at will, because she is a monster. I don't know if this is just because she has no curse energy, or also because of her insane physical prowess at this point. I don't really know. I'm guessing the whole not having any curse energy at all kind of plays a factor. But is she just like brute forcing her way into and out of the barriers? I have no idea the exact rules behind why she can enter and exit. We were just told it's because she became a monster. And then she is just tearing through the streets, annihilating curses along the way. And she is smiling like a monster. And I love it. I'm so about it. Also, Noritoshi Kamo pops up with a new fit, new haircut, new everything. Cool. Never was my favorite character. He was alright. But cool. Either way, on top of the two of them showing up, we have this huge, gigantic, I don't know if it's an earthworm curse, whatever it is. It can talk, which means it's very powerful, and it is entering the colony as we speak, telling its Kogane to shut up or he's going to kill it. I don't know if you can actually kill your Kogane. I've never thought about that. Has anybody tried to kill their Kogane yet? Either way, I don't care. This thing looks super powerful. We know if they can talk, they're strong. Maki's back. I'm super excited. I knew she was going to play a very important role in the Culling Games. How could she not, with that big ol' little mini arc she had with the like mega development right before the Culling Game? Come on. She's got to be important at this point. She's basically Toji 2.0. Just saying. Either way, I'm hyped about that, and real quick, I do want to mention, I don't really know, I haven't seen a whole lot of people's opinions yet, let me know your thoughts down in the comments, but I could see plenty of people not being super happy with how Kashimo turned out here, like he was all about fighting, and then it's like, oh yeah, fine, I guess I'll work with you since I lost, whatever, sure, I'll team up. If some people have a problem with that, I kind of get it, but he really just wants to fight Sukuna. If that is his main goal, what is the purpose of constantly trying to fight every single person you come across? And then, if he just says, no, kill me, I'm not working with you at this point, he's definitely not going to get to fight Sukuna. If his main goal, if the one thing he truly wants to do is fight Sukuna, and this is the best path that allows him to get there, that's how he should act. So I don't necessarily think it's a flip in attitude for Kashimo that goes against his character. I just think he naturally should act in whatever way allows him to fight Sukuna. Teaming up, going with Hikari's plan, if it allows him to fight Sukuna, makes sense. So no, I'm not necessarily mad about Kashimo doing this kind of flip and working with us now. It's not that hard to believe. He doesn't care about us. He just cares about Sukuna. Either way, I'm super excited for next chapter. I'm super excited to be back and making more regular Jujutsu Kaisen content. So if you enjoyed and you're still around, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe. It helps out and means a ton. And I'll see you guys next time. I'm out.